what are options used for? What are they used for now? Okay. I want you to think about. Well, I had an experience. Okay. I was down in Dallas about a month ago. And I had driven down there to pick up my daughter. She was down there visiting friends, and I was going to drive her home. And so I went down to Dallas, and as I was driving on the road, a car decided it wanted to move into my lane. No signal, no nothing. It was right beside me, and it just, veered right into me. Fortunately, we were going like 20 miles an hour, so it was just some cosmetic damage, to the vehicle and everything else. But what did I do? Well, we pulled over, and I filed an insurance claim. Okay, because like many of you, or almost all of you, every month I write a check or have a draft taken out of my bank account that pays my insurance company a small premium. Okay, now what does this premium give me? Well, this premium gives me the right to file a claim with the company should something happen to my vehicle. Okay. And what the company agrees to do is they agree to come in and make my vehicle whole, basically pay for the repairs, okay? Damages, repairs, all that. And so that's what I did. The repair cost was significantly greater than the cost that I pay on a month-to-month basis. Okay, now it was my first accident, ever. So, it always felt like I was paying a lot more in insurance than I was receiving. But in this moment, okay, they stepped in, they made it whole, and that is really what options became in the 70s are just insurance contracts where investors could go out and buy stocks and they could get insurance on that. Okay, so for example, let's say today you want to go buy Apple. Okay, now if you followed the news, Apple's been in the news the last couple days with some stuff with China. But you say, hey, the stock's going down. I want to go buy it. But you're worried that this news might drive it a lot lower. Okay, so what you can do is you can go out and buy Apple stock and then go out and buy a put option for a premium that basically acts as an insurance contract. This insurance contract, then, if Apple falls and falls precipitously, it kicks in and makes you whole at the price at which you agreed. Or at which you bought the contract. And so you can protect your investment. And then if Apple just goes up and up and up, well, your premium, your insurance payment just, goes to the wind. It goes to the company you bought the insurance from. And you never see that money again, but you're not complaining because you keep the profits of the Apple stock. And this is one of the big reasons options are used. They're used for hedging. Okay, you can protect your investment. Okay, we oftentimes think of options from a speculative standpoint, and we'll talk about that. And I use options from a speculative standpoint. That's my favorite way to use them. But hedging was one of the big ways. Now, another way that people use options is for income. And I believe it's tomorrow's class that we're going to get into some income strategies when it comes to options and how people actually use options to generate a consistent monthly income. All right. Another reason, and one that I use a ton, is leverage. In fact, for the challenge that we run here at Trader Minute, we use this element of leverage. Okay, because with an option, if I go buy an option on Apple, I am paying significantly less than I would had I gone and bought the stock on Apple. Had I bought the stock, it would have cost me, $180 a share. I buy the option, I can pay $4 or $5 a share depending on the option that I get. Okay. Now, the other reason that options are used is for arbitrage. Now, what is arbitrage? Well, Arbitrage is where traders go out and they look for imbalances or price discrepancies in the option market, and then they try to trade options to take advantage of it. Now, this is typically nowadays left up to computers and algorithms to do, as it happens very quickly, and it can swing, very fast. But a lot of the option volume that we do see in the market can be chalked up to arbitrage here. And so these are the five kind of main ways that they're used. Granted, there are other reasons that people will step in and trade options, but these are the big ones. Okay. Now, whenever we use this term options, I want you to think of the term futures as well. Because futures, do act similar to options. They just have a few extra caveats associated to them that we're not going to get into. But there's a reason why the CBOE deals in both options and futures, because they are very similar.